So here's how to sound check a microphone. We're going to use a talkback one because it's easier, because there's no one down there on the stage, it's just me. So what we want to do first is remember that we talked about input from the microphones, whether it's on stage or even if it's the talkback microphone, actually comes in at the desk at the back, and we're on channel 22. So it comes first to the gain here. So what we need to do first is to set the gain. So what you need to do is you need to make sure that the person that's singing or playing an instrument, it works the same for both, just make sure that they're singing or playing the loudest that they're going to play that morning. So let's do a quick example. I'm going to use the talkback channel, and the gain is used with this button PFL. So we use PFL and the gain knob together. So basically what PFL does, or the solo button, PFL means pre-fade listen. So it means you're listening to the signal before it even affects the fader here. So it doesn't matter what you do here, it's not going to change the gain there at the top. The gain at the top is just the input. Remember, this is the output volume to the speakers, this is the input volume to the desk. So the input's very important, because if we have this too high, 1, 2, so you can see there on the right, 1, 2, 1, 2, it's lighting up above 0. We don't really want the signal to go over 0. It's good if we have it around here-ish, somewhere like this. If we have it coming over, we can get distortion. I'll try to push it a little bit so you might be able to hear that. Let's just really turn the gain up.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Yep, that's distorting badly. We really don't want that. So what you need to aim to do is to get the level of the gain here to be set below 0. If it's going up to 0, it's fine, but if someone's going to sing really loud and they end up going over 0, it's just really not good, because you can get distortion. I usually set it maybe around 4, sometimes around 2, and even if it's down at half, it's not a big problem. It's actually not too bad at all, because we have enough volume on the desk. So as long as it's between half and somewhere around there, that's good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to talk quite loud, and let's see. So where's the gain? Let's turn that down to normal. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So that looks a little bit low, so I'm going to adjust the gain slightly, turn it up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's a bit loud, so I'm going to turn it down again. Let's do halfway. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's a good input gain. What can we say? That's singing, and that's about half. That's not too bad at all, because sometimes people have a tendency to maybe sing louder when the actual worship service is going on. They might even shout something out, and if we're not careful, it can end up going over 0 and distorting the speakers, which is not good for the speakers. So it's worth noting that with the pre-fade listen, with the PFL buttons, there's actually 2 on, but we need 1 by itself. It's just important that only 1 button's pressed down by itself, and each button works with the gain at the top. Otherwise we might get an unbalanced signal and we'll get false readings on here. So just remember that we always just use 1 pre-fade or PFL button on the same channel for whichever instrument or microphone that we're actually dealing with. And once you've got a good input gain set there, then that's brilliant. That's a good sound check there. And then obviously you can begin to mix things by turning up the output, the faders, which goes to the main speakers. So there you go.